What's going on, guys? Radio Graffiti here, and today I want to talk to you guys about The Penguin, Episode 8. This is the final episode of Season 1. Not sure if we're going to get a Season 2, but for now, let's just celebrate how great Season 1 has been. And boy, I've been covering this show for the past couple of months now. It's been a lot of fun. It's a great TV show. I'm glad DC finally has another banger TV show on their hands. So The Penguin, Episode 8, it starts off with Penguin's mom talking about how she wants to kill little Oz. She knows what he did to her sons, and she's not very happy about it. Kind of makes you wonder why she's waited so long to do something about it, to really confront him about this, but I guess it's just kind of been their dark little secret this whole time. Victor calls his new buddies a bunch of pussies for not caring about rescuing Oswald. They're all just kind of like, man, we only cared about that guy for the drugs. We don't actually give a shit what happens to him, if he lives or dies. And then Victor gets a little too big for his britches. You know, he just caught a body like a couple episodes ago. So they have to put him in check, remind him who the fuck he's talking to. And then one of the most interesting things of the episode happens. Sofia has some family therapy with Penguin and his mother. She threatens to cut off Penguin's mother's finger if Oz doesn't come clean with what he did to her brothers. Everybody knows what he did, but he's so damn stubborn. He's such a fucking liar, he won't even admit it, even when everybody already knows. He's willing to let her get her finger cut off before he even admits it. They let his mother go, and then she goes and stabs him. Then after that, she starts hallucinating. She sees her sons, then she has a stroke and passes out. Penguin, seeing his mother just passed out, gets some kind of freaking Incredible Hulk super strength and busts out of the duct tape. He kills all Sofia's men and escapes with his mother. This is one of the most interesting things of the episode. I really like this, seeing Oz being confronted with his past sins and him just refusing to admit it. Also, Sofia has this weird thing going on where she has this weird little scarf thing inside of her boob, and it's also kind of a cape or something. Like, it's kind of weird. It's like, why is that in your boob? I don't know. Sofia has some interesting fashion in this episode. So then Sofia puts a bounty on Oz's head after he escapes. Seems like it's a common theme for him to escape. Seems like there's plenty of times throughout this season where somebody has Penguin kidnapped, they have him captured, and then somehow he always ends up escaping. Apparently these guys aren't very good at holding a hostage. Penguin tells this guy in a fancy suit that all the chaos going on in Gotham is all her fault. She's the one blowing up shit. She tried to kill Mr. Krabs, and then she's just some wacko going crazy in Gotham. He says, yeah, that pretty much checks out. Sofia burns her house down, in case she plans on moving to somewhere that's not full of batshit crazy people. But unfortunately for her, GCPD is about to have some different plans for Sofia. So she meets up all the generic evil mob boss guys at the airport. Some of them end up turning on her. They end up killing all her men and side with the Penguin. The Penguin kidnaps Sofia. He takes her out to the middle of nowhere where he's about to blow her brains out. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was kind of scared at this moment. I was like, oh my god, please do not kill Sofia. She's such a great character in the Batman universe. I did not want to see her die, especially not like this. I thought it was going to be a pretty lame death. Like, really? All this and she just gets shot in the back of the head? That was a pretty lame death, don't you think? But luckily, it was all this bullshit. Oz ended up calling the cops on her, so she's going back to Arkham. Probably the last place on Earth she ever wanted to go back to. She's in living hell now. But the good news is she gets a letter from Catwoman, her half-sister. Not sure if she even knew she ever existed or not, but I'm very excited to see if Sofia's going to be in the Batman Part 2. There's a lot of great setup for the Batman Part 2 at the end of this episode. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I'm really excited to see if Sofia's going to be in the Batman 2. I can't wait to see her have some scenes with Batman. Hopefully this isn't just a bunch of smoke up her ass, and it's just really just set up for Season 2, and it ends up going nowhere for the Batman Part 2. Please don't let this age poorly. Do something with her in the Batman 2, please. I want her to meet Bruce Wayne, or Batman, either one. This character is fantastic. I love Sofia. I've been rooting for her more than any other character in the show. The rest of them are a bunch of evil dirtbags. I mean, she's no angel herself, but I mean, good God. At least she didn't murder her two young little brothers. She did murder her family, but in her defense, they were going to let her rot in Arkham just to keep her mouth shut about Carmine Falcone. Now, as far as Oswald's mom, she had a stroke earlier, and she's kind of a vegetable now. I think she's like paralyzed or something. It's like she's got her eyes open and everything, but she can't really communicate. She can't talk or really communicate at all, move her body. So she's basically just a vegetable. Oz basically considers her as good as dead now. He's holding on to what little he has left of his mom. Here comes the part we've all been dreading all season. Oswald, he's got Vic. You know, he's over here reminiscing. You can kind of tell, you get the vibe, he's kind of saying goodbye to him. In a weird way, he's reminiscing about all the adventures they've been through. He's like, oh, all the hard times we've had, Vic. You protected my ma. I appreciate you for that. I couldn't do it without you, Vic. He's giving him all this bullshit. Victor's like, yeah, man, I consider you family. And, well, Oswald, he doesn't really want any more family. He looks at them as kind of a weak link, He's like, well, if I got family, they're going to make me weak. Somebody that other people can kidnap to use against me. So I better just get rid of him myself. And he kills Victor. We've known this is going to happen for a while now. The dude should have just ran off with his boo thing when he had the chance. Victor had tons of opportunities. He's had tons of red flags with the Penguin. He should have ran away when he had the chance. But he's the only person who's ever really cared about Oz this whole season. Everybody else fucking hates him and wants him to die. He's the only person that cared for him, and he betrayed him. We all knew it was going to happen. You can't trust the Penguin. He's a lying sack of shit. After this, I can't wait to see the Batman beat his fucking head in. All this such a piece of shit. But I also love that he did this because I'm glad the TV show makes the Penguin just a truly disgusting character. There's absolutely no way you can root for this guy. He's such a fucking scumbag. He killed his little brothers when he was a kid. And now he's killed the only person that ever actually really cared for him this season. Not only does he murder him, but then he robs him. Takes what little money he had left in his wallet. As if it wasn't enough he murdered him, he had to leave a little piss on his corpse too. What a fucking douchebag. I love how despicable the Penguin is. Thank you for making him an actual villain, not a fucking anti-hero. So the Penguin goes to the Iceberg Lounge. He looks more Penguin comic booky than ever. He's got his little top hat and his suit. He's going to the Iceberg Lounge with his boo thing. She's dressed up like his mother, which is really weird and disturbing. Like, dude, do you love your mother in like a mother-son kind of way, or is there something like going on here? Some kind of Sweet Home Alabama shit. I don't know, but it's definitely a little creepy. And then the episode ends with the bat signal in the sky. About fucking time he came, Batman. You're a little late. Where the hell have you been, Batman? So yeah, that is the Penguin episode 8. Leaves a lot of setup for the Batman part 2. With the Penguin basically winning. He's rose to the top of Gotham like he's always wanted. Now it's up to the Batman to tear him right back down. This is a pretty great finale. I really like this episode. It's one of the best episodes of the season, which is saying a lot because we've had a lot of banger episodes, especially early on in this show. I think the Penguin might just go down as DC's Daredevil. We'll see what happens if they do a season 2 or not. If this is the only season they have, then it's not as good as Daredevil, but damn, it's great. DC has some great TV shows out there, and I'm glad the Penguin could end up being one of them. So yeah, the Penguin season 1, it has come to a conclusion. What did you think about this season? Do you think it was great? Do you think it was a little slow and mid? What did you think about it? Are you excited for the Batman Part 2? What are some things you'd like to see in the Batman Part 2? I know I can't wait to see the Penguin get his head caved in for what he did to Vic and his brothers. I also hope to see Sofia and Catwoman team up. That'd be pretty interesting. So yeah, leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys next time. It's going to be a long wait for the Batman Part 2.